Good evening, Wizards Nation. Breaking news. Actually, it's not breaking anymore. It's been broke. I'm late. I'm an hour late. But we have waived Richaun Holmes. It's an ugly day here at the DMV. It's raining. It's raining like a motherfucker. You can see, this is not tears on my glasses. These are raindrops. I just got wrecked in my 5-minute walk. I got wrecked. It's raining like it's insane right now. But hope everybody's well. Hope if the stream goes out, you know what it is. I just got cooked. Yeah, man, I was driving in this rain and I was like, what the hell, boy? But yes, we just waived Richaun Holmes. Sorry, we did it at 5 o'clock. Let me pull up the stats right here. I'm the stats, I mean the facts. Stat facts. What's up, Styrofoam Cup? Yeah, it's raining like crazy. Bro, man, I was driving. Just like, what the hell? I live, I'm not going to give y'all my address, but I live on the edge of like DC and like Silver Spring. It's insane right now. I thought I saw Noah's Ark floating by when I was driving. I was like, what is this? What am I in Tennessee? But I hope everybody's well. But Richaun Holmes, like my glasses literally have range. I didn't clean it yet. But Richaun Holmes got waived, y'all. Richaun Holmes got waived. And just to give everybody a quick reminder, his contract was only guaranteed for $250K this upcoming year. It was partially guaranteed. He had a salary of $13.28 million that was going to be guaranteed had he stayed with us until, I believe it was January, if I'm not mistaken, January 16th. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. So yeah, we waived Richaun Holmes. I'm gonna read you guys the facts real quick, and then I'm gonna give you my take, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, we waived him. We're off his $13.28 million salary, which would have been guaranteed had he been with us in January. Like I said already, he's 31 years old. Been with us since 2023, 2024. Been with us for a couple of years. I kind of like Richaun Holmes, man. I did. Even though, like, I've always envisioned him as he's that tough, gritty veteran. I like guys who claw their way onto the league and they maintain themselves there. And he's done that. I believe he was a second-round pick. I'll have to confirm that. He's a 10-year NBA veteran. But, he's a gritty dude. I like Richaun Holmes, but I do understand this move because, well, it's either we're going to pay him $13.28 million this year, granted it's just a one-year deal, or we can get rid of him and allocate that money elsewhere, or you can just save him. Why do we waive him? Let's get to that together. I was thinking about this while I was driving, and friggin', But, well, first is because we signed Marvin Bagley. We've signed Marvin Bagley recently to a one-year deal. Y'all can read it. Recently. And then we also gave Tristan Vukovic a two-way deal. Now, granted, with the two-way deal, this is a guy who... Am I in the right channel? This is the Dirty Bucket, right? Yeah. What if I went streaming on my other dumbass channel? Well, we gave Vukovic a two-way deal. And the thing about a two-way deal, it kind of hints that Vukovic is going to get a promotion in the middle of the season. Because the Vooch, like in a two-way deal, you can only play 50 games in the regular season. The rest of them, you have to be in the G League. Yeah, I agree in lockdown. He's old and expensive, but most importantly, expensive. But granted, he's a one-year deal though, so it wasn't as long as he's not tied with us long term. That was my thinking. But anyways, let me just read this. Greg Finberg dropped this article on Bullets Forever. Give Greg Finberg some love. He is the real deal. So now we now have 17 standard contracts and 3 two-way contracts. We must get down to 15 standard contracts. I'm assuming we're going to waive Malachi Branham and or Blake Wesley, the two dudes that we recently got in the trade from the Spurs. Those are my main dudes I'm looking at right now. I'm willing to bet both of them are not. I mean, at least one of them is not going to be in a roster. At least one. I'm thinking both, honestly. But then to me, it all coincides with what's going to happen with Corey Kispert. What's going to happen with Corey Kispert in that possible trade? Yeah, Goldo Beard. I think it's gonna be Malachi or Blake. And if it was my choosing between those two, I would waive Blake. And then, but even then, we need one more spot after that. But so let's see here. Our front court depth is still relatively slim compared to his plethora of options at the guard and wing positions. Washington Wild Wings. We appear comfortable entering 2025-2026 season with Alex Sarr as our starting center and Bagley serving as Sarr's primary backup. While Vucevic could serve as Washington's third center, the 7-footer is on a two-way deal, which caps him his time on an active roster at 50 games. Like I said, 50 games. But there is a chance he can get an in-season promotion. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. Just going over Richaun Holmes' stats. He came in 2003, 10-year veteran. Been here since 2023. Steady improvement. Last year, 7.4 points, 5.7 rebounds on only 17 minutes per game. Granted, he only played in 31 games. They didn't play the first half of the season at all. But you saw the difference defensively when we went from Valanciunas to Richaun Holmes. We improved a little bit. So, defensively. Actually, I keep saying this analogy, but we went from being ass to mildly ass on defense. You saw the improvement. That's when we, even in the West Coast games, West Coast road trip, we went, I believe, 500 in the West Coast trip that Jordan Poole hit the game winner against the Nuggets, and then people were complaining that we're gonna lose our lottery odds and stuff like that. Like some of that was attributed to Richaun Holmes. I'm not gonna say all of it was. But Richaun Holmes, like, he did his thing, like, defensively. Granted, he's not the end all be all, but, like, he was never a long-term option. But, this is Richaun Holmes. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. But anyways, that happened. I'm reading y'all's comments. Sarr doesn't need a mentor. He's still only 20 years old. The area he needs help the most is in his head. That I definitely agree with. The fans in the first row get more rebounds than Bol. Yeah. The thing is this, like, so we are relying on Marvin Bagley, who has had injury concerns all throughout his career, to be as our primary backup center. It looks, all signs are pointing to him being, Alex Sarr being the starting center. And, while I may disagree with that, and I feel like some of us may do too, because I view him more as a 4, but right now we don't have a center on our roster that gives us the availability or the flexibility to slide over Sarr to the 4 spot. And I feel like we're doing that on purpose, because we have to make sure that we secure our top 8 pick. We have to make sure. Yeah, he's a 4. Sarr is a 4, man. He's a 4. But to me, this is all a part of the plan. Because if we get a competent 5, who's to say we start winning at least a little bit of games here and there? The object of the game this season is to secure our pick, which is top 8 protected, or else it goes to New York, and develop our young dudes. We can get our center next year. Remember, we have 2 first-round picks. Ours, which, is top 8 protected. But, we also have the worst of OKC, Houston, and or the Clippers. It's most likely going to be the OKCs. So I'm assuming our second first-round pick is going to be pick 28 to 30. Okay? And then we have multiple second-round picks, actually, as well. So what I'm thinking, with the Kelly Olynyk trade, granted, it's going to be a low second-round pick. So going back to our current situation, the thing that has me a little bit worried is that we're relying on a dude like Marvin Bagley, who the most games he's played in a season has been 62, and that was his rookie year. Yeah. And I like Bagley. But I feel like we still need one body. Like, we just need one more body. I'm not worried, but I feel like you have to be secure. You need one more body. You can't rely on a dude whose maximum is played 62 games in a regular season since his rookie year. injury concern. Like, he's had injury problems all throughout his career. Keyshawn George should definitely get the minutes at the at 4 just to make sure we get all the Wild Wings moving. I agree. We're going to be playing small ball lineups all throughout the season, honestly, but forcefully because we don't have that many bigs. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you guys think we still need a big after this? I'm saying yes. I'm not saying go out and sign give a hefty contract to a big. There's not even any bigs to give a hefty contract to, but I still think we need an insurance big. Is that a bad take? I mean, these are the current free agents right now, but I still feel like we should sign a dude on the vet minimum. And again, I'm looking again at DeAndre Jordan. I'm looking again at Thomas Bryant or Alex Len. Now, if the Vooch were to get an in-season promotion, and thankfully the Vooch hasn't been, I mean, he had a little bit of injuries last year, then we'll be like, okay, you know. But the thing that kind of sucks is like, even though we don't have that many bigs right now on our roster, I still want to see Saar play the 4. We right now we don't even have the flexibility to even play him at the 4. I still want him to develop more at the 4, be a little bit at least interchangeable this upcoming year, because my thinking is we're gonna get our 5 next year, and then that's where we're gonna permanently move Saar to the 4. I can't. Will Dawkins can't be looking at this last year, even this upcoming year, and be thinking this dude's our 5 going forward. Unless we get a dude like Cam Boozer. Unless we get a dude like a 4 who's a plus at rebounding, because Saar's not a plus at rebounding even right now. Hopefully he does improve, but that's my thinking, y'all. Hold on. Make sure something. But what do y'all think? Do you think we should sign a free agent right now? Just an insurance big. An insurance big. I'm thinking with this move, yeah, get a veteran. Get a veteran minimum dude. Get Jordan, maybe even Alex Len. Bismack Biyombo, I don't know about him. I don't think Thomas Bryant I think Thomas Bryant wants to play, and I think Thomas Bryant also wants to compete. But granted, he's not in that position to demand one. But yeah. Yeah, Jeremiah says definitely. Lockdown says Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant, yeah. I like Thomas Bryant. I liked him. He's a good raw guy. He was getting cooked in the finals, though, and in the conference finals as well, defensively. Pick and roll defense is a negative with him. He's a hype man, but he's a good dude. Like, I mean, again, I feel like Thomas Bryant's going to want a little bit more than DeAndre Jordan or maybe Taj Gibson. Is he still going to play? He's 40 years old. Tristan Thompson, I think Al Horford said it's either the Warriors or retire. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, even Bismack, the dude I'm going to sign is going to be a vet minimum too. Bring back the White. Bring back Chris Webber. Bring back Chris Webber and let him. And this time he will not leave us. Can you imagine if you kept Chris Webber, man? Our history would have been changed. Okay, so what else was I gonna say? But yeah, that's my current take. Let me see if anything else came out right now regarding this news. But to me, the take I got from this is, well, thank you, Richaun Holmes, even though you've only been with us for like 2 years, for surviving 2 brutal years. Wish you nothing but the best of luck going forward. Look at this. Look how thin we are, y'all. Alex Saar, Marvin Bagley. And then we got the Vooch on a 2-way. I think Al Horford's going to the Warriors or he's retiring. I don't think he's definitely not coming here. I think he's gonna want to go somewhere where he can compete for a championship. Yeah, exactly. One injury away. That's what I keep thinking too. One injury away from a disaster. We're one injury away from playing AJ Johnson at the 5. We are one injury away, and you need an insurance big, in my opinion, and I think they're going to get one. I think the next domino is freaking Corey Kispert. Well, no, I think, yeah. Well, yeah. Because the Corey Kispert thing could, like, depending on who we include in the trade, yeah. Depending on how the Corey Kispert possible trade looks like, and if we're giving out more than we receive, but I think we're gonna have news, another news this week, dude. I think we're gonna make a decision on Malachi Branham or Blake Wesley, and then we're gonna go from there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Alex Len. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Alex Len. I wouldn't mind him at all. It's just a 1-year deal. 1 year veteran minimum. Come in here, just sit down, and if your number is called upon to, do your thing. But, I wouldn't mind Alex Len. Let me see here. Yeah, these are the free agents. Taj Gibson. I saw something that came out saying that he's possibly still interested in playing. But, he's 40 years old. Taj is 40. Damn. I remember when Taj first got drafted by I think it was the Bulls, right? I remember when Taj first got drafted. And now he's 40. Jeez. I am getting freaking old, boy. We had Alex Len. Yeah, we also had Marvin Bagley, too. We like it. Yeah. Yeah, you need someone who can. Yeah, you need somebody who can run with the bigs. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about Taj, but I'm just. I don't say. I don't think Thomas Bryant will come here. And I think he's going to cost a little bit more than veteran minimum. But if we offer it to him, yeah, he'll come. He'll compete. We'll say, hey, you'll compete with Marvin Bagley for backup center minutes. Or maybe, yeah, and go from there. Bull. Do they have him listed as a forward here? Oh, wait. Bull, 25 years old. Bro, we already got Vooch, man. They're the same thing. Same Bobo and Vooch are the same, offers, potential on offense, nothing on defense. Can't rebound. Trey Lyles, no. Precious Achiuwa is still a free agent? Damn. Markieff Morris. Do y'all want Markieff Morris back? No. I don't want Markieff. I think he's past his prime. Bobo, a damn center. Vooch ain't Bobo. I think both ain't a center, honestly. Both of them. Bobo, no. The same thing with Sarr. I want a guy who can run and get rebounds. That's pretty much it. Lob threats, that's it. Kai Jones, maybe. Yeah. Slim pickings. It's a slim pickings. But you know what? I feel like we're going to make a move soon. What's Nene? I think he's in Brazil right now. Chim. If you know, you know. Chim. That's how you used to say team in interviews. The team did well tonight. That was Nene. I love the Nene, man. I loved Nene. Man, if Nene was here when he was 26 years old and he got to grow up and develop with Bradley Beal and John Wall, cooked. We would have made the Eastern Conference Finals. If Nene was here when he was 20, but Nene always had those injuries, man. That was the thing with him, even back in Denver. Damn. We had a squad at one point, y'all. We had Wall, Beal, Ariza, Nene, and Gortat. And then one by one they left. Ariza left. Nene got old. He got cooked. Gortat was here, and then he got into a fight with John Wall. A verbal fight. Not even a verbal spat. I don't know y'all remember that. I mean, of course y'all remember that. But, yeah, man. Oh, and I read an article that Jonathan Kuminga, he's not coming here anymore. I mean, I said that when we first got Cam Whitmore, but he's definitely not coming here. That boy, Rob Pelinka, ain't letting us get a center. LA is still tweaking for depth. Perhaps. What about JT Thor? Y'all remember him from last year? Still available. Well, he'll be in a two. No. It's a two-way. Hassan Whiteside. That man is no longer in the NBA. When was the last time he played in the NBA? Isn't he? Where is he? What? Israel? Some shit? No. I forgot where he playing. But yeah, man, I just wanted to reach you guys this news. And this is where we currently stand. Look how much we have with guards and wings and nothing at 4 and 5. No, JT's not on the team right now as of right now. The two ways we got is Vucevic, Jameer Watkins, and Jalen Martin. Also, did y'all catch this yesterday? I thought about this when I woke up. Dylan Jones was a DNP last night in the Summer League. Dylan Jones. Obviously, it's, I just want to throw that out there. Dylan Jones. They don't want to see more of him, even in the Summer League? I mean, I already thought of writing like with Dylan Jones writing on the wall. I already thought like he's just going to be here for 1 year. Then we can get out of his contract this year and not owe him anything. Yeah. So Dylan Jones is going to be here for 1 year, honestly. His contract's only guaranteed for 1 year, and he's out. So, yeah, man. Yeah, who's to say? Nothing came out, though. Nothing came out. But would y'all be surprised if Alex Sarr doesn't play tomorrow? Considering how he performed last night? Could they just sit him? I wouldn't be surprised. JT Thor opted out. I don't think he can come back. Yeah, I was thinking about something about that too. There's something with his contract. I think, well, yeah, he was in a two-way, if I'm not mistaken. I think he wasn't he on two. Hold on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't. Yeah, I think though. Yeah, Styrofoam Cup. This shut Sarr down. Yeah, I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised if they shut him down, and I wouldn't be mad at it either. Leave Summer League on a good note. Don't mess with his fragile confidence. Well, I don't know if it's fragile, but just leave it on a good note. I definitely want to see our boy Trey continue to cook and continue to play. Definitely Will Riley as well. And all the rookies. AJ Johnson, definitely. Bub, definitely, yeah. Bub's learning a new position. He needs to continue getting as many minutes as he can. When Sarr is out, who is playing center? Dallas shut down flag. Yeah, just you also you don't want to risk an injury as well. That'd be the worst thing. Raise Hale just joined the conversation, so we really need a big man. That's all we need. But we're gonna get one next year. That's my prediction. I feel like that's not a bold take. I'm not a freaking genius for saying that. We know this is a part of the plan. We still have to get rid of 2 players on this roster to meet league requirements. Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking of this like signing a possible bid because look at this. Look at our roster right now. It's a heavy on the guard and wing, so I'm thinking Waive possibly both Malachi and Blake. You're down to 15. I still think you need an insurance big. Even what you need to find. What are you going to do after that? Dylan Jones. Possible with the Corey Kispert trade, depends on how much if we do trade him, and then also like how many people are we getting back and how many people are we trading away. If a roster spot opens up, I feel like they're going to condense the hell out of this roster, possibly by the end of this week. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, like the wings right now, Middleton's going to be with us, Bilal's going to be with us. Keyshawn's going to be with us. Champagne's going to be with us. Corey Kispert's a possible trade candidate. Will Riley's going to be with us. Cam Whitmore's going to be with us. I think Will Riley will play a little bit of 4 minutes as well. He's going to play the 4. But and Keyshawn George as well. Dylan Jones. Like right now, the murky ones is Malachi, Blake, and Dylan. Can you wait? I mean, because like Bub's not going anywhere. CJ's not going anywhere. Trey's not going anywhere. Marcus Smart. Again, Marcus Smart's a possible trade candidate as well. AJ Johnson, he's not going anywhere. You know, but look at the disparity right here. You know, I'm not mad at it because this is not the finished roster. And you know what? Even if we were to go into the season like this, I will be fine with it just as long as, you know, I'm just worried about an injury. That's all. Because if we get one injury, we're cooked. One injury to Sarr or Bagley, and a guy who's been injury prone his entire career. And then you got the Vucevic on a 2-way. You're going to have to immediately promote him, which obviously I would be in favor of, and I feel like most of us will be because we want to see him play. And even then, if Bagley gets injured, then you just have Sarr and the Vooch as the only big men on the roster. Who's going to get rebounds? You know? Van Negro Jones, whose minutes are you giving this new big? Nobody. I'm thinking more of him like as an insurance big. Insurance big. And if basically he will get Bagley's minutes if he gets injured, which I'm just being straightforward. I mean, look at his I have his right here. This is his overall, like his career. He's played 62 games, the most in his entire career, and that was his rookie year in Sacramento. And since then, 13 games, 43 games, 30 games, 18 total, 48 games a year after that. He hasn't played more than 50 games, and that's with 2 different teams and 2 different stints in the same season since his rookie year. Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. I know we're not a playoff team. It's fine. But it just leaves you super thin. So, like, even if we, obviously the object is to make sure that we are not, you know, we don't have a great record so we keep our pick. But what I'm saying is, like, you don't want to force guys like Keyshawn George to play 5. You know, you don't want to force guys. You know, even then, like, I want a big so that we can at least have the flexibility to play Sarr at the 4 in certain lineups. I want Sarr to get some run at the 4, even though he's going to get, it looks like he's going to get a lot of run at the 5 this year, which most of us don't envision him as a 5 going forward. But you need a guy who can play Sarr at least like 10 minutes a game at the 4, where he feels more comfortable at. You know, I'm pretty sure there's going to be lineups this year where it's Bagley and Sarr at the same time, but I'm just concerned about this, man. 50 games, he's played a total of 50 games in a regular season since his rookie year. That's the most he's ever played, Marvin Bagley. That's the most he's ever played. And again, I'm not mad at this because this is just the overall. This right now is just the current, you know, the current team lineup. And this is I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near, not nowhere near, but we definitely have at least 2 or 3 more moves left. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you got Sarr playing in the paint, I mean, you know, we're going to get out-rebounded like hell. Woo! You're going to see guys like freaking Miles Turner and everybody else getting offensive rebound on our asses night after night. But you know what? It's a part of the plan. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I think an insurance big, even out the roster. Look, it's a lot lopsided right now. Just get an insurance big for Bagley. Yeah, that's what, insurance big for Bagley, and also a big so that Alex Sarr can play at least 10 minutes a game, if that, at the 4 at any given night. And he's not stuck playing the 5 every single, his entire minutes. He needs to develop at the 4, man. And we don't even have that option right now. Detroit lost Beasley and Hardaway. Their best shooter is Tobias Harris. No, didn't they sign Duncan Robinson? I think Detroit signed Duncan Robinson, if I'm not mistaken. Why am I Googling on my phone if I got a freaking $2,000 PC in front of me that ain't doing shit for me? Duncan Robinson. Yeah, he signed with Detroit, y'all. They gave him a hefty contract. I'm looking at Portland. For Corey Kispert, I am looking at Portland. Malik Beasley needs to go play for Vegas. I think he's been playing for Vegas. But Champagnie did a good job on the boards. Yeah. Champagnie's going to be our best rebounder. Oh no, Jones. I agree. I'm not being critical at all about what Will Dawkins is doing. I'm not being critical at all. I'm trusting every move that he's doing. I think what Will Dawkins has done since being given this roster, since joining us, has been nothing short of spectacular. He was given a roster that had the worst contract in the league, and now look at us. And look at how many assets we have in the future. And look at our squad. A lot of young dudes with promise. You will not hear you will not hear me talk ish about Will Dawkins on this channel. Not even if we go 0-82 next year, which is kind of the plan is. Will Dawkins, and like I'm gonna say this one more time because I feel like people are just joining the stream. This is a part of the plan. Not having a center, in my opinion, this is my take. It's a part of the plan to ensure that we suck enough to keep our pick. We saw our improvement when Richaun Holmes started playing a little bit more, even after we traded Valanciunas. But yeah, my take is wishing nothing but the best of luck for Richaun Holmes. He might go to a contender. I actually saw. As of right now, our roster is a little bit. It is lopsided, but I feel like we have a couple more moves in the making. I'm thinking by the end of this month. Yeah. By the end of this month, we're gonna see Malachi Blake is gonna be gone. Dylan Jones is a question mark. Looking here. Marcus Smart's also a question mark. There's a lot of rumors saying that we might trade Marcus Smart. Granted, I would like to keep him because he would be a great mentor for a great defensive mentor for the entire team. But happy to see the Wizards fan base with a glimmer of hope because it's been depressing the last few years. Since John Wall went down with an injury. Since Game 7 against the Celtics, it has been I don't even, I might get demonetized, but listen, I'm a guy where if you're not telling me the truth, I'm sorry, I can't. For years, Ted Leonsis was not telling us the truth. He was being delusional. Since that Game 7 until 2023, that's 6 years of delusion. 6 years. Could you imagine if we traded Bradley Beal in 2019 when we should have, and his value was super high? Where would we be now? Granted, that would have been with freaking, I believe, Tommy Shepard drafting. Who's to say he would have royally screwed that up as well? You know, but I've said this in the videos, dude, since, as a fan, I would have loved to get Steven Adams as a center. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. I completely agree with that. Completely agree. He was a little bit expensive, though. I believe he signed for 3 years, 30 million. 3 years, 39 million. But he's the type of guy I want. A big man, a real big man. A real big man. Focus on the boards. Set good screens. But I think, so here's my take. I think we're going to get, Jones, this is my take. I think we're going to sign a big next year to a Steven Adams contract. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to draft BPA if we do keep our pick, which most likely we will, hopefully. I don't know. You never know nowadays. Fuck. I need to turn this shit on. You never know nowadays. But if we do, we're going to get BPA with the first. We're probably going to draft a young big, but we're going to sign a big, a Steven Adams type big. I was even looking at a guy like Luke Ornette from the Celtics. He's now with the Spurs. I believe he signed a 4-year, $40 million contract. I think that's what's going to happen. Next offseason, if you want, we can do this right now. Let's see, NBA free agents for next year. Because our window, not even window, but after next year, due to all the moves that Will Dawkins made, I think next year is going to be our last year that he is planning on being in the lottery. That will be us being in the lottery since 2023 until 2026 under Will Dawkins. That's more than enough time to get your players. He's had a plethora of picks. He has a lot of money in free agent, 110 as of right now. It could be 123 if we trade Bradley Beal. But look at this. This is my take. I think next year we're going to get a big. We're going to get our Steven Adams. We're going to get our Luke Ornette. Holy hell. Isaiah Hartenstein has a club option. He might come expensive, though. He has a club option. If OKC needs to pay Jalen Williams and they need that money, I'm looking at Hartenstein. Because come the season of 2026, 2027, it's go time. Sarr's going to be in his 3rd year. Balak Coulibaly is going to be in his 4th year. Trey's going to be in his 2nd year. Hopefully we have a high rookie. Like our dude, Bub's going to be in his 3rd year. Keyshawn as well. Like it's time to show growth, and it's time to have some winning basketball. And meanwhile, those dudes, especially a guy like Trey Johnson, is still in his rookie contract. It would be wise to sign a veteran, a veteran guy who can be in your 8-man rotation in the playoffs. To sign him, obviously not to an absurd contract, but meanwhile, you know, our main key pieces are still in the rookie deal before we pay them big. Because the way it's going, Trey Johnson looks like he's going to get a big ass contract. I know, I'm just wishful thinking. I'm saying we're getting our version of a Hartenstein, which could be, you know, a Mo Wagner. I don't even know who the hell. Yeah, I don't know what people keep talking about Jokic, though. You don't just go from championship aspiration to playoff content. Paprika, I agree. But you go where the money goes. You follow the money. You follow the money. These players, their NBA careers, they know. They got to make the money. And we got money. We got money. Robert Williams. But he's an injury concern. But these are the centers for next year. Wemby. If the Spurs decline Wemby's option, I'm just playing. I know. I hope everybody's not taking that seriously. Mitchell Robinson. I'll be intrigued. Injury concerns, though. But you saw how the Knicks defense just completely was revamped when he joined them. He barely played last year for them. Zach Collins, DeAndre Ayton. I don't want him. He has a player option for next year. I don't want DeAndre. I don't want Ayton. I don't think he's a good vet. He'd be a negative influence to all the young bucks on our roster. No. Kevon Looney is a club option. I don't know. Possibly. Huh. Yusuf Nurkic. Nah, not really. It's just Valanciunas right there. We literally had Gafford and let him go. We got a first round. We literally had Gafford and we ended up getting Keyshawn George. So, yeah. We drafted Keyshawn George with the pick. We used the Gafford first round pick that we got to get Keyshawn George. I like Gafford. I liked him. I really did. But at the end of the day, it all mattered how Will Dawkins used that first round pick, and it looks like he used it very wisely. He got ourselves one. Well, yeah, man. I think I'm gonna call it. Y'all. Yeah, he also just got a contract extension. Yeah, I saw that as well. Gafford was also a little bit like in a Denny, like he had the same problem as Denny, where like he didn't fit our, not direction, but like, you know, we had years of rebuilding left to do, and those two guys would have been miserable during our rebuild here. They would have been miserable. Thanks, man. Thank you, Jeremiah. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow. I think I'm gonna drop a video on Bub Carrington. I need to get to work on that. My videos, man. I get pissed off with my video. I need to start scripting my video. All I do is just look up stats. I look up recent reports. And then I wing the hell out of it. I need to do better at that. I need to start scripting my videos more. I literally just wing it. I just wing it like a dumb dick. I need to start scripting my videos. And my video editing needs to get better. I need to find a video editor. Hopefully when the channel gets bigger. Trey Johnson's winning the Rookie of the Year. I'm with you. Let's put that onto the atmosphere. Trey Johnson. Let me see before I get off. Trey Johnson. No news yet. Nothing, right? Nothing. Okay. Nothing yet. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to stream the game tomorrow. Most likely I'm going to stream the game tomorrow. It's at 8:30. Let me just confirm that right now. Wizards Summer League schedule. Fuck. It's at 8:30 at it's gonna be on Monumental and NBA TV and Buff Streams. Buff Streams, ladies and gentlemen, is free. It's free on your phone. Nomadic Brian has landed. What's up, man? But yeah, tomorrow at 8:30 I'm gonna stream, and we're gonna go from there. Maybe Alex Sarr plays. I have a feeling they might shut him down. They might shut down Sarr. But yeah. All right then. Take care, everybody. Hopefully the rain stopped. My power didn't go out, so I'm not cooked. But yeah, take care, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow, and I'm gonna drop the video on Bub tomorrow.